Hi everybody. Let me get my camera straight here. I'm going to do a twin flame check-in for the Aries full moon coming up on the 24th. So I'm going to do what's in the masculine's head space, heart space, like in environment, and in the divine feminine's head, heart, and environment, and then the union energy to see where exactly things are at. I know last week there were some tower moments that happened, and I think it's time to see if they are speaking again, or about to speak again, because it looked like they were at a standstill for a while. And stalemates are never good. So let's see, this is the masculine, and I need to get one card for the headspace. One card for the headspace, please, for the Aries full moon. Let's do that one. One for the heart space for the masculine. And there's the heart space. Let's see what's going on in his environment. And there, I think that actually goes that way. All right, let's see what's going on in the feminine's world and in the headspace for the feminine. I love these Oceanic Tarot cards. These were one of the first ones that I purchased, and I haven't used them for a while, and I thought it was time to get them out today. Okay. Oh, there's 3 on the floor. Don't know what they say, but let's find out. Okay, and then the union energy. So hopefully there's some movement going on. They are talking again by the full moon. They've had the discussion that needs to happen. And nobody's mad anymore. All right, let's see what's going on here. So in the masculine's headspace, we have the 4 of Wands. So if you look at this, it looks like 1111, which is kind of the twin flame card in my mind. And so in his headspace, he's seeing the feminine as his twin flame, as his soulmate, as somebody he wants to build a life with, spend his life with. So right now in his headspace, that's good. So that must mean he's not mad at her anymore. The Knight of Wands in his heart space. So it looks like, I feel like this makes sense that he's made the decision. He's ready to speak his mind. He's ready to talk to her. He's on his horse. He's heading that way. He knows what he wants to say. Let's see if we've got a blockage in the environment that's going to keep it moving forward or stop it. So the blockage is the Queen of Cups upside down. So let's see, what would that be? I think it looks like the thing that is blocking him is he thinks that his queen, is still mad at him. And that's what's stopping him from coming forward. He's afraid that he screwed up and that he's afraid to come forward because he's not sure exactly how she's going to react when he does come forward. So I believe that is what I've got so far. What is she thinking in her headspace? Three of Pentacles, recognition. She recognizes what happened, what caused the breakdown, what caused the tower moment. I feel like she has made peace with that, and she's trying to figure out how to keep this from happening again. So sometimes awareness is the best course of action to make sure it doesn't ever happen again. That was her headspace. In her heart space is growth, which is basically what I just said. She has grown from this experience. She knows that words can cut, and that when she gets in a huff, maybe she shouldn't speak her mind as frequently or as loosely as she does, and maybe think twice. And she grew from this experience. And then the Magician is, in her environment, she's manifesting what she actually wants. So so far that looks good, because the feminine has been trying to manifest union with the masculine for a very long time. And if all this makes sense, then it means that this conversation that's getting ready to take place is going to actually manifest and move them forward. Let's see what the union energies say. Seven of Wands. Looks like there's still some fighting going on, though. Somewhere along the line, somebody still got some anxious thoughts in their heads. That would go along with what the masculine is probably thinking, that the feminine is still really mad at him, and he's anxious about that, and thinking that she's going to stab him whenever he comes to her. That's in the union headspace. This was in reverse. So this is the Page of Wands. So in upright, it is someone cautiously coming forward, or wanting, I feel like this is wanting to cautiously come forward with some ideas of how to handle this, and very tentative in doing it, and not going very, very fast about it. Just, it's kind of like mentally he's moving that direction, but physically he hasn't picked up the phone and made the call yet. But mentally he's moving in that direction. Union energy, Eight of Wands. Gosh, these are all wands. So to me, this looks like eventually all of those are going to go flying in the air, and if your wands are flying through the air, then basically the confrontation is over. So so it looks like it's almost there. It's just a matter of time. It's not moving forward just yet. It's been playing out in the headspace of what to do, what to do, what to do. He's afraid that the feminine is still honked off at him, and he's afraid to come forward. I feel like he knows he did wrong. She recognizes that what her part in the breakdown was. She grew from the experience, and she's ready to manifest this relationship and move forward. I want to see, let's do some romance angels on the masculines and the feminine side and see. That's too many. See what, when they do come together and have this conversation that needs to happen after the tower moment from last week, let's see what kind of conversations are going to be taking place. Too many. All right, let's do two. Well, on his side is trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. So he just needs to have some faith that she will forgive him. And then it says, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So based on that, it looks like they're going to make up and everything's going to move forward. Let's see what's going on, what she wants out of this conversation, if anything specific. And how things are going to move forward from there. Let's take that one. Soulmate. She believes this masculine is her soulmate. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. I believe this whole incident that happened last week, the tower moment, whatever caused the breakdown, whatever caused the stalemate, was actually more to do with spiritual growth than anything. Somewhere I remember reading or hearing or something that the universe got tired of the twins' slowness and that they decided to intervene and speed things up a little bit by having a tower moment, which was going to force a conversation that had been a long time coming. And in the process, a whole lot of spiritual growth had happened. So I find that very interesting that came up. I want to do some clarifying on the wands for the union energy too. There's a lot of wands going on. What do we got there? Two of Pentacles. So balancing. Okay. He's juggling. That's part of that union energy, is juggling the emotions, the up and down emotions. And the two of wands, more wands. This guy has the world in his hands. So looks to me like the union energy is definitely coming together, but there needs to be a conversation and discuss what happened. Otherwise, there's no way to get out of this stalemate energy until a conversation happens. And it's just going to be who can hold out the longest, or who, I think it feels like whoever believes they were the most wrong is the one that needs to speak up first and apologize. So it's just going to depend on whose fault it was, whether it was the feminine's fault or the divine's fault, the masculine's fault that caused it. But the one that was probably the most wrong is the one that needs to speak up first. And there's going to be some stubborn energy that's coming in. But in the end, 9 of Cups, he's sitting there and he's happy with all of his cups. So the emotions are flowing by then. So I think it looks like it's a good turnout. I don't see much happening before the full moon. That's going to open some stuff up. So just be patient. And if you were the one that caused it, then, maybe you guys just needed some space and some time alone. As you've heard that phrase, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Sometimes it's just, you need a little space to think about it, what happened, and think about, how to make sure that doesn't happen again. And all will be well in the end. So I hope you found this helpful. Like, share, subscribe. Again, I'm Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot, and I will see you guys all for the October readings. I'm starting to work on those now. Thanks. Bye.